Alright, how's it going everyone? My name is Theron, and welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes summoning session. Today we have the second summer banner of the year, Taken by the Tide, which, based off that silhouette, we kinda knew it was Niffle, but the others are a complete surprise, I will admit. So without further ado, let's get summoning. Right, they were blue, I gotta remember that. Sorry, my brain is not working today. I'm still trying to wake up, but doesn't mean I still won't record a video. I gotta forget what I was supposed to be doing. Or even what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I just freestyle most of this. But yeah, another Summer Sacred Stones, which this does mean it's the third banner for it, but I'm both surprised and not surprised by their picks. Because we got both Erica and Leon here, which, it was bound to happen that they were going to get, a summer alt. I wasn't expecting them to be this good. Because with Erica, she's got her Tearing Conch, which has Slaying Effect, +5 to all stats, neutralizes effects that prevent her follow-up attacks. So half now follow-up. That is a Brave Micaiah. Interesting. Alright, first 5-star, let's... Okay then. I think I already have a better version of you in the form of Soul, so that's a free merge. Anyway, back to Erica. Have no follow-up and inflicts guard on foes when she initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of her allies. And Erica can also inflict guard on target and foes within 2 spaces of that target after combat. So pretty decent weapon all around. And it works really well with her new C skill she's bringing, Attack Speed Oath 4, which let's be honest, after all the tier 4 skills, this one was bound to get a tier 4 as well. Especially since the Oath skills are kinda meh at best. Because it's like, yeah, you'd have to stay near your allies, but the little bit of stat boost you get from them doesn't feel worth sometimes. But this new Oath 4 skill definitely is worth it because has the same, stat boost as always, but also grants the aerobags and flyer formation effect to unit, where they can warp to adjacent spaces nearby allies that are within 2 spaces of them. That's actually really good. Oh, and they also get more attack and speed if they're nearby those allies. Again, really good. I have seen some people complain about her Moonlight Bangle F, her new B skill, which is really just the same Moonlight Bangle she has on her Brave alt, but has the reduced Kanto effect because she's a flyer. I have seen some people complain about that, to which I say, she's a flyer. They always get a restricted Kanto movement, which feels dumb, admittedly. But then again, you also have the balance where, in terms of Atri, who I'll be using as the example, she has the 2-move Kanto, but it's only limited to like the first 3 turns. So with that kind of balance, it kind of feels fair, but at the same time, I do agree with people. I really wish they wouldn't restrict flyers like this, where they get just the most awful B skills ever. Heck, sometimes they don't even get the good ones. Of course, move on to Leon. He may be our demote unit, but he's bringing a new sword, the Coral Saber Plus. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of allies, grants attack defense +5 to unit during combat, and unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Well, that's actually really good, especially for a lot of sword allies, because it's a guaranteed follow-up attack. It works a little bit differently than Brave Effect, but it's still really solid, especially for some of the more slow allies, or slow sword units, I'm trying to say. We also have that same effect on Summer Seth in the Tempest Trials. So again, really good inheritable weapons here. But then again, why would you sacrifice a Leon? He's Leon. He's a sweet boy. You don't do that to him. And moving on to Niffle, the character we all could see in silhouettes. Because let's be honest, when you have your snow cone cup at the design of Niffle on the very bottom, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Could have tried a lot harder to hide that it was her, but apparently not. Either way, she has the Chilled Breath, which has Slaying Effect, attack speed +6, and a full no follow-up attack to Niffle if she's within 2 spaces of allies or initiates combat. And also, if her speed is greater than the foe's speed +5, the foe cannot counterattack. Pretty solid, I'd say. And of course, she's also bringing a new Near Trace, Speed Res Near Trace, which is really good, but only for a specific number of units. That being both ults and Niffle. The Liliths, I can definitely see them running this. It's going to be really good for them. And Petrine. If you remember with Petrine, her Flame Lance scales its damage based off the foe's res. So having Speed Res Near Trace on her is going to be really good. Like I said, only a certain number of units can actually use that B skill effectively. I don't know what they were thinking, but at the very least, it's in the game. They ripped off that band-aid. It's here now. And finally, our duo for the banner, which has got KCB Brian absolutely in tears about how much money he's spending on this game now. Feel really bad for you, guy, hoping you can recover from this. Thor and Loki. It was inevitable, and yet everybody is still surprised about this duo. Anyway, they have the Divine Whimsy tome, which has obviously the Slaying Effect. Then it inflicts exposure and stall debuffs on the foes with lowest speed and any foes within 2 spaces of that target throughout their next action. And thank you to a good friend of mine, We Are Number 1, for explaining this, because I was a little confused by it. Because it is... Wow. I need some water. Okay. So because exposure is a debuff on the foe, the wording where it says foe's next attack deals +10 true damage, that's referencing who it's applied onto. You have to look at it from a different perspective. When it's applied to the enemy, that means whoever attacks them next, that a person is going to be dealing 10 extra damage on that foe. It's a really weird way of thinking about it, but that's essentially what it means, because it's a debuff. Yeah, I was admittedly very confused by this. Yeah, we're not even done with their weapon, I forgot. So they also have another special cooldown count, -1, if they are within 2 spaces of an ally, and at the start of combat, they are given that +5 attack buff and the -5 debuff to foe during combat if Thor's HP is 25% or greater. But yeah, they have a weapon that does almost everything, really. I do like how it kind of combines Thor and Loki's two worlds. Because you have the debuffs and tricks from Loki, and then just the absolute powerhouse that is Thor in the second effect. They keep doing a good job with these weapons, I will say. And their duo skill, it feels pretty tame, but it's pretty good. Because it inflicts gravity on foes in cardinal directions of Thor and Loki, and it neutralizes bonuses. I wrote it like that. Funny typo. Anyway, it neutralizes bonuses active on foes within 5 rows or columns centered on Thor. Pretty tame considering some of the other ones we've gotten recently. Of course, that is going to be really solid for summoner duels, obviously. Okay, 25 in and only 3 5-stars, all of which have been green. And no new summer units, of course. Alright, okay, so now we just get another off focus. Oh my god. Come on, where are my summer units? You don't count, Ophelia. Anyway, on to the Q&A portion of the video. And quick little reminder, if you want to ask me any questions, doesn't have to be Fae related, can just be really anything. Just leave them in the comment section down below. I'll put them on Word doc and hopefully answer them in the next video. Depending on how many I get, of course. First up, we have one from Chad's dad saying, so if there was ever another trio unit, I would want it to be Chad, Lou, and Ray. How do you think they would work? Who would be the lead, etc.? I think the lead would be Chad since he's the oldest, and me not being biased. Don't worry, I would totally be biased if I were you. Always make your favorites the lead there. I can see their duo effect being something like Sorcery Blade. I do like that duo effect, Chad's dad. And keeping with that, what we can also do for their duo is... Hey, they're 5-star Leon, okay. First of all, thank you for the lucky question, Chad's dad. They brought home one of the summer units for me. Thank you. And he's plus attack, I'll take it. So anyway, along with Sorcery Blade in the trio's effect, we can also have some sort of smoke debuff, combine sort of magic element with Sorcery Blade and Chad's sort of roguish nature. Oh my god. YouTube, please do not, I have no control over the art, just so you know. Oh my god. Well, they're here now. I spoke too soon. Oh, well. But, Chad's dad, you are apparently bringing me all the luck. Thank you. Anyway, let me get to this duo effect, otherwise I'm not going to remember to say anything. Sorcery Blade because of Lou and Ray, and then some sort of smoke debuff on, like, defense or res for Chad because, you know, he's a little rogue. And then I can also see in their weapon the, what's it called? It's the Dragon's Breath effect, where they scalar damage on the lower of foes' defense or res. I can totally see all of those being in that little trio unit, and I love it. As for the lead, I mean, I will agree with you, Chad being the lead would be awesome, but any of them can also work. As for other skills, I'm not the best at theory crafting, but obviously speedy, a little bit of decent res, and obviously a lot of attack. Also, they could have a Smoke 4 skill in the C slot. I think we got ourselves a pretty decent trio unit. Yeah, thank you for that extremely lucky question, because it not only brought me a Leon and a Thor and Loki, but also August out of nowhere. Oh, good lord, man. Thank you for that extremely lucky question again. Anyway, next few questions. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get through all of them because we're on the last few polls right now. But next few questions come from Chris England, once again, the man asking so many good questions. And first up, he asks, what are your top 3 B skills that should get a tier 4? This is gonna sound weird, but the chill skills. And it doesn't matter what order, it doesn't matter how many. It doesn't matter if they're also the duo chill, like chill attack speed. They seriously need to give those a tier 4 skill. Because they're kinda crap, if I'm gonna be honest. And not a lot of people use them. They're still good at times, but they're just utter crap. So if I had to choose 3 B skills, I would say all 3 places would be filled with the chill skills. Doesn't matter which one, doesn't matter what order, all of them need to have a tier 4, because they're just crap. Oh god, please don't have me sneeze right in the middle of recording. Ugh. Whew. You ever just have that, like, feeling in your nostrils where, like, you feel like you're gonna sneeze, but you just don't want to right now? Hit confirm. God, that's what I just went through, and my god, was it terrifying. Alright, we only have time for one more question. So, let's see which one. Let's go with this one from Chris. Again, Chris England, gotta remember. They ask, what's currently on your bingo board for the rest of the year? I've been making several different categories. If I make a video, would you be willing to watch and comment? Pandering to the highest degree, but oh well. Hey, I don't mind the pandering, dude. As for my bingo board, I have a confession to make. I actually don't have a bingo board made for this year, and I haven't done that once. I know, that sounds really dumb and really weird, but it's the honest truth. I have not made a bingo board for this game ever. Well, yeah, no, those don't count as bingo boards. I have not made a bingo board before. As for... Well, yeah, for my reasoning behind that is because a lot of these characters I don't really know, so I'm just happy to get whoever in the game. Because it means for the older units, we get to learn something about them, and for newer units, or some of the more recent units, I would say, it means they're just finally in the game. That's all, that's my logic behind it, and I am taking a Summer Niffle, because second on the top priority, let's do this. Once again, thank you to both Chris and Chad's dad for their questions. I will get to the one question that I missed from Chris England in the next video. I ran out of time here and took a little too long with my unit reviews. Very sorry about that. But yeah, that was a very, very interesting summer banner right there. First of all, 3 greens right off the bat, all off focus. And then I got 2 of the summer units back to back. Good lord, what was this banner? Yeah, that is going to do it for today's summoning session. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have summoned on this banner, let me know who you got down below in the comment section. I always love seeing your results. And if you haven't summoned yet, I wish you all the luck in the world. But with that, I'm Theron, saying I'll see you next time. So until then, farewell, game on.